basically, stem cells has become an interesting field for many doctors out there, and a lot of interest has developed. And particularly, they are what we call human stem cells and plant stem cells. Now, my basis or my bias is that I'm so inclined to plant stem cells because I like plant food. So basically, stem cells are the mother of cells. You see, you as a human being, you've got over 75 trillion cells. Now, those cells have got a mother. You understand? They are given birth. You understand? So what happens is that when a baby is conceived, or when a fetus is conceived in the womb of a woman, is that what begins is a cell, which becomes the stem cell, which starts to grow and become the baby that we see. And once the child is born, he's born with what we call embryonic stem cells. Now, those embryonic stem cells are responsible for growth. They create the bone stem cells, which differentiate and become skin stem cells, and they become hair stem cells, they become, organ stem cells, your heart, your eyes, everything. So every particular organ in your body has got its stem cells. Now, the most interesting part about stem cells is that it helps regenerate the cells that die. So one thing we should know is that cells die. And they die every day. Now, how do you notice this? You compare yourself. Go and take a shower, get some soap, whatever soap, which is you trust. Get a shower with soap, then you reach to a level, you become clean. You can do 2 or 3 soaps. You become clean until you do, when you do, you know that you're clean. Now, once you do that, go and sit in a white tub, which has got clean water. Go and sit for a few minutes. You will notice that there will be a lining of black stuff around. Now, that is not dirt. Those are cells that are coming out of your skin. Those are dead cells. When the cells die on the body every day, they need to be replaced. And that is the job of the stem cells. It's a very simple culture. A culture of discipline and a culture of knowing what you're eating. How do they feed? Okay? Because let's begin it from the cell point of view. A cell is a round thing like this, which has got membranes, or I would call them antennas. You understand? So that cell, when it's got antennas, the thing is that when you drink juice, say for example, you drink a fizzy drink. A fizzy drink is not food. You understand? When you take a fizzy drink, the body will consider that as poison. So, and the cell will notice that, oh, there's a liquid that is coming in the body. So what should we do? Is it food? It will send the antennas to check if that is food. So they will test the liquid and they will know this is not food. So the cell won't open to feed. It will close its mouth. But when you eat a fruit, say for example a banana or an apple, when that food comes, the cells will notice, oh, there's food that is coming. Oh, this is an apple. Oh, we are getting vitamin C, or we are getting vitamin E. So what do? Let's open up. Then it will open and feed. Wow. You understand? Now, the process here is that the more you eat bad food, the more the cells die quickly. And the more you're putting pressure on the stem cells, which are also starving. You understand? But when you eat good food, you are rejuvenating the current cells that are there to hold on to them. And then the stem cells also to produce very healthy cells. The cells that die every day is not something that is bad. This is something that God has created. You understand? The body changes form, changes the whole range of itself in terms of cell regeneration in 3 months. Every year you're supposed to change form 4 times per quarter. Are you getting what I'm saying? Here's the issue. The stomach stems, the stomach cells, they die every 5 days. The intestinal cells, they die every 3 days. The skin cells, they die every 30 days. So they have to be replaced every time they die. You understand?
Yeah.
The bone cells, they die every 90 days. At that point, the whole body would have changed, would have had new cells. So it's important that we know what to eat in order to feed the cells to remain healthy. So it's important that the stem cells play a very critical role. So we really need to understand this. Now, let me put it this way. The healing process of the body to any disease is dependent on this principle of cell management. Okay? Now, if you feed the cells properly, your body will be intact. Okay? But if you feed your cells badly, you will reap the consequences. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a pancreatic disease. Say, for example, diabetes. Diabetes is a pancreatic disease. What dies in a pancreas are the cells that produce insulin. You get what I'm saying? So now, if you feed the stem cells that produce the cells that produce insulin, what are you doing? You are repairing not only the pancreas, but the diabetes itself. So this issue of disease reversal is actually there. Diabetes can be reversed. By what? By diet. And by eating right. There's an apple called Anatwila spatulaba apple. Now, Anatwila spatulaba apple is a species of an apple. Obviously, you know that there are over 7,500 types of apples. But this particular apple has got very strong stem cells. The only challenge we have is that it grows in the equatorial regions. But if we can have it here, then we would all benefit. This particular apple is able to activate the stem cells, just like tomato. Please don't cook tomato. Don't make soup out of tomato. Eat tomato as fresh as it is. Eat grapes. Eat blueberries, acai berries. These things that are able to activate the system so that it's able to rejuvenate its mother cells, which are the stem cells, in order to produce new cells that are strong. Because you see, when you are born, they are what we call dormant stem cells. These dormant stem cells can be in you for over 30 years, for over 50 years, sometimes throughout life. Now, when you are sick, if you've noticed, Doc, is that when people come into the hospital, there are those who recuperate quickly and those who don't. The same disease. But what's the difference?
Yeah, it's true.
You see that, right? So this person came in, 2 days later they are discharged. This one has been here for 3 months. So what happens there? The secret there is that person who came 2-3 days and was discharged, they had a lot of dormant stem cells.